Yes, it's happening. We're back.
Yes.
Yes.
High five. Nice.
Yes, very nice to be back. Let's
Very
put it a
nice
little
to
bit
be
closer so they can actually see us. We have to be because
We have to be. Yeah, the camera.
otherwise we're just
Otherwise-
like,
There we go.
yeah, man.
It's good to be back.
It's who are we?
Who are we?
Who are we?
Who are we? People have forgotten.
Yes.
This is Angus, Dr. Random Mol.
And here we have Aris, Ymir, Politopoulos.
Yes.
And man, we have done a lot of stuff
We've done
since the last time we've seen you in this particular setting. Although, I mean, the setting of one more turn.
Yeah.
Because we have been actually streaming about 24 hours or something like that last week.
Yeah.
Like intensely long.
We did a conference.
We did a conference.
If you had been paying attention to the previous streams, we did the Interactive Pass conference number 2.
Number 2.
That was a ton of fun.
Yes, it was.
A lot of people.
We did a culture arcade.
We did
More or less, I don't think we streamed while you were at the culture arcade.
No, we didn't stream. So we had this exhibition, this interactive exhibition in Amsterdam, where we had games from all around the world at the Prince Claus Fan Gallery, and people came and were playing games and talking about culture and heritage. It was really nice.
It was really nice.
So basically, we've been extremely busy.
We've maybe even done like a Minecraft event or two, I don't know.
Who knows anymore?
Who knows anymore? The most important thing is that we're back now with you to stream or later through YouTube watch one more turn and one more turn and one more turn of our Civilization 6 playthrough. Civilization 6 Rise and Fall, the DLC.
Are we lagging on the stream or? No, I don't think we're lagging.
No, I think it's just the horrible little laptop that is lagging.
Okay.
It's of our Persian Empire or ever-growing Persian Empire. So what we are right now is we are in fact in the
industrial.
we are in the currently we had the heartbeat of the Steam Golden Age.
Yes,
but we're now in the modern.
Have we reached modern age?
I think so because
I mean in terms of civics and stuff, yes, but I don't think the actual.
Well, it's okay. Maybe it's not heartbeat of Steam Golden. I guess that
we are
in Steam. We are in industrial. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's not really the most important thing that we're doing right now. The most important thing that we're doing right now is beating a bunch of Vikings into pulp.
Yeah, as we did.
Hey, Grimar.
Very
nice of you joining us. We are well. These are not Vikings. These are renegade Americans.
Yeah. So yeah, where we had left off is that we had sort of conquered the entire Viking area besides the capital, we think.
Anyway, we know where their capital is, and we are
amassing an army.
Yeah. We are somehow competing, both of us, for what victory condition we're going for.
We're so positive about this game that we just fight about how we're going.
We fight amongst ourselves internally, so to make sort of we're having a schism.
Yeah.
One part of the advisors to King Cyrus or to Emperor Cyrus want to move the conquest route.
Okay.
And then the other one is like, no, our culture. Anywho,
and pretty much we still have obviously the option of going for a science victory, but that's too easy.
That is easy peasy for us. All right. I think what we'll be doing right now is continue our turns, and we'll see where we're. Honestly, it's been quite so long ago that we don't really know exactly.
Yeah. So let's also switch the screen because we can.
Yeah, for sure.
Now they can see the game.
Now they can actually see the game. That's nice that you can actually see the game.
Yeah, we've been talking about the game and you couldn't see it. There we go. Now we are actually shooting at the thing. We had already started.
Oh, we've already started shooting a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Well, and these guys need to. The city is defending, I guess.
Yes.
What do you think? Make peace.
No. They do want to give us a great work, which is nice, but no. Because we actually have remember that we have this problem with great works that we don't know where to stuff them.
Yeah, exactly. We have so many great works and so many.
But we don't have great works. We have great people that want to write great works. Basically, it's like all these people are like, I have so many ideas.
Yeah, you're like, wait.
We don't have the time to make museums. At least that's what the conquest advisor says.
Grimar suggests if we ever considered losing as a viable endgame strategy.
It is in fact, I would say, a much underrated endgame strategy for Civ. You know why? There's also some truth to this. Because I feel that if you end up losing Civ, you've already lost it in the early or mid game.
Yeah.
If you
usually you never get to the point that you actually lose because you'll stop beforehand.
Yeah, that too. Or in fact, if you're already nearing the end game, the roots of the civilization is already so structured that it's very hard to still lose. Or in fact, end up in a strategy that will mean you lose. So, there's that. All right, that's
basically we are destined to win.
Right now, it's this is really the general sense that we're having right now.
Yeah,
is that we're just gonna win this thing.
Yeah, exactly. And we're proud of this.
We are. We're not unproud of it. Let's put it like that. So okay, let's put some boats here. A ship, I guess. I guess this still gets to have the predicate of ship.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Why are these dudes even moving there? I think that must be a mistake, right? These guys should not be moving there.
No.
Are you? Let's see. You should be. If anything, you should probably be moved. Can we still move you? No, of course, because you've already shot. Let's see what these dudes will want to do. Let's just move them up closer a little bit. That's good. Nidaros seems to be.
Yeah, it's not gonna last for too long. Let's put it that way.
No, let's put it that way for sure.
But we're shooting with what, 3 cannons? Yeah. We should bring, and the general is coming.
So this is artillery.
Oh yeah.
And these are cannon.
Yeah. So Mardonius, of course.
This is also artillery, so this will also.
Yeah, and this one is tied to our
Jeanne d'Arc.
Nice.
Which is Renaissance. I guess that artillery is still industrial era.
Yeah.
Don't want to go check because that's annoying. But
whatever.
We kind of wish you could just move this dude Reno around here.
Maybe. Shit.
Yes.
Nah, just there. Yeah, put them there.
Well, maybe here.
Yeah, maybe there.
There we go.
We can claim another great person.
Another one.
Talking about great persons.
Yes. We are a pretty great person.
We are very great.
Let me just make a quick adjustment on the cam.
Yeah,
here because,
it's been focusing.
And it's been focusing here. Not supposed to be focusing, cam. We're
or rather, focus once and then be done with it.
Exactly. Camera control. Let's not autofocus. There we go. This seems alright in terms of focus. Maybe a bit more.
No, that's fine. Okay. Apply.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Alright, let's see which other great person we can scoop up right now. It's of course a great admiral. That's kind of neat.
That's the first. I think that's the first.
Also, I think it's the first great admiral that we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it is kind of a neat great admiral to get.
Yeah, it's true.
Horatio Nelson. The great Nelson, who is found at Trafalgar Square.
Mm-hmm.
Did this amazing series of battles with Napoleon's fleet, and always came out on top. Except maybe he lost an eye or two along the way. Well,
maybe
one eye.
One.
But for sure.
So what do we get?
We get combat strength and +1 movement to industrial within 2 tiles, and a flanking bonus for all naval units.
And if we use him, then what will we get?
I don't think you get to use him.
Oh, he's just there. Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Okay.
Anyway, nice.
Nice, cool.
We have a great person. +1 arrow score. There we go. There's a city over here that needs food.
No, what city?
Alesund. Well,
this one.
Yeah, it's a Viking city anyway.
They'll manage.
Sanaa is back on the market. That's also what we're going to be producing over there in Sanaa, I would say. I think so. We have to.
This was supposed to be a religious city, right? For whatever reason.
We can. Okay, Asling.
Never mind.
We should probably hurry up this part of it a little bit because at some point we kind of need to be done, of course. But I think we've just already...
we have a holy site.
We have a holy site. We have everything that we need there.
Okay, sure.
I mean, we could go for a granary at some point.
Nah, it's fine.
Who cares? Like, maybe...
an art museum at some point.
Yeah, maybe actually that's what we should be going.
Yeah, go for the amphitheater then, just change it.
Yes, okay.
There we go. So much production.
So much production.
There, you need food, right? So,
yes. So,
make a monument.
We need food, let's make a monument. This is not really going to help us much, Mont Saint-Michel, although they are good at building wonders here.
Yeah, Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal is not built? What?
I don't know, 34 terms only, eh? Plus for whatever, we don't really care.
We don't really
Just
really
make
care.
a neighborhood or a bank or something like that.
Ah, monument.
Why? Because of the loyalty.
Yes.
But it seems to be loyal to us, so...
Yeah, it actually does. Alright,
Build a bank.
Build a bank. People are loyal, build banks.
Build banks. Then they want to spend their money.
Yes, exactly.
There's
Here's Horatio.
You can use him, in fact.
Oh, okay.
That's so...
If you retire him, then you get plus 50% flanking bonus for all. That's kind of nice. So if you have a lot of them, then it's good. But
it's good. It's good. Alright. We'll see.
We don't have a lot of naval units.
No, we have almost none. Almost.
Maybe in the 20 hours of time, or even more now, 26 hours,
I don't even know anymore.
We've been streaming. Did Persia ever have a navy?
Yeah, of course.
And oh yeah, of course
it got
its ass kicked. Yes, of course. That's the whole deal.
In two occasions, once by the Greeks and once by the weather.
Right, exactly. But in sort of the same stretch of wars.
Yeah, in the same stretch of wars.
Did they genuinely start building like a fleet to F up the Greek?
Not exactly to F up the Greeks, because they needed part of the fleet anyway, because they were controlling some part of the Aegean. Mm-hmm. They wanted trades, and they also controlled the sea like around Cyprus as well, so you needed navy for that as well. So it wasn't part specifically for the Greeks, but they had to reinforce it to fight the Greeks.
Alright. But for the rest, they didn't really have any.
No, and it was mostly very large ships that could also carry large units of the Persian army, and like very very big ships that were very hard to maneuver as well. That's partly the reason they lost in Salamis.
Because their ships were too big, basically.
Yeah, because they entered the bay, and then the hidden Greek ships managed to flank them and pierce them. And they had no time to maneuver.
Basically, like Lord Nelson.
Yeah, basically. Copycat.
Lord Nelson is nothing if not a copycat.
No.
He learned from some of the best. Still a unit that needs orders. Jeanne d'Arc. Oh, Jeanne.
I moved here together with one of the artillery.
Yeah, she's already.
Already.
So she just needs to just I don't know.
Just skip
the turn.
Yeah. Okay. And that artillery also is...
Yeah, I've already told it to skip its turn, but... Alright. Right.
He finally got there.
Well, this was one of the things that we should have done, which we have not done at all, is look a little bit into Margaret Cavendish and who she was.
I think we did say that, yeah.
Yes, but we're now going to create a great work that honestly...
we don't even know.
Mysterious senses, and every sense is ignorance.
Margaret Cavendish.
For the nose...
A Duchess of Newcastle. English aristocrat, philosopher, poet, scientist, fiction writer, and playwright during the 17th century. That's what she is. Observation.
Man has 5 exterior senses, and every sense is ignorant of each other. For the nose knows not what the eyes see, nor the eyes what the ears hear, neither do the ears know what the tongue tastes. I feel like I know this quote. And apparently she was more than a poet, she was also a philosopher.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but this is like observations upon experimental philosophy.
Which could be poetry.
I guess.
I don't know.
I mean, what's experimental philosophy?
It's let's plead ignorance of this particular grade. Because honestly, it's great that you are producing great works for us, for the Persians, but we don't know who you are.
But thanks.
Alright.
Let's see, we get to learn. That was the whole point.
Yes.
So in the Interactive Past conference, we actually made a talk about civilization
Oh, I thought about Margaret Cavendish. I was
No.
like, I'll probably miss that one.
No, about civilization and about something that inspired mass media.
Because of radio.
Radio DJ. Yeah, okay, cool. Dope.
Alright, dope.
Radio is the
Radio
of the mind.
is the theater of the mind. Television is the theater of the mindless. Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good quote.
Ooh.
It's a good quote.
Mic dropped.
Mic dropped, and then,
And so-
television was still shooting footage, so everybody still kept watching television.
So whatever Steve Allen said.
I have to say that it is interesting that, of course, while many people I'm sure would have predicted the fall of radio, it is
They're still there.
really, it's still there, and it's reliving
Yeah.
a glory days with podcasting, of course.
Yeah, and actually, I find it particularly interesting that, especially in the States, a lot of radio shows, they actually also shoot them and put them up on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can either watch them or still listen to them on the radio. And I find this very interesting as a way that the radio moved forward.
All right, let's see what the radio. By the way, I think that they should have gone with Radio Guru, Radio Gaga.
Yeah, something.
I think in one of the previous civilizations that's what they did, but still. What has radio unlocked for us? Well, broadcast center kind of makes sense.
We need one.
Do we?
We will need one, yeah.
Why do we need broadcast centers to conquer the world?
Because we need to bring the message to the world that we are conquering it.
Ah, okay, good. Yeah, I agree with that for sure. We need to tell everybody of our military magnificence.
Yes, exactly. We need to...
Then, seaside resort.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how this is connected to radio. I guess
I don't know.
I think it has to do. Okay, it's stretching it, but I think it has to do with the fact that through the radio, a lot of seaside resorts are being advertised, and oftentimes you win in stuff in radio. You win a weekend on a seaside resort. It's one of the standard things that you win in contests in radio shows. Right?
Okay, it's true. It's like a vacation too.
Yeah. So I think that's why.
It's
Please, Sid Meier confirm.
please confirm. It's. I think it's just that they're like, oh crap, we need to do something with seaside resorts.
Yeah.
Because in fact you need them for cultural victories.
Of course.
And
Tourism.
and we need to put them somewhere.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't know why they did not. I mean, I know that the tech and the civic trees don't really work that way. But I feel that they should have somehow be, for example, put under cultural heritage.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
Then also, and here I am almost positive that there may be a connection there between aluminium and radio.
What? Where's the connection?
You need aluminium to construct radios? I honestly don't know.
Okay, maybe.
I honestly don't know. Of course,
But then you need aluminium first and then radio, not research radio and then have aluminium.
Clearly. Let's look in the
It's
look in the Civilopedia, because I think that aluminium.
But that's weird. It's like saying I built this car engine, so I need to invent petrol or to figure it out.
So it was used for bath powders first.
yeah.
I learned something today about aluminium. Okay, that's great. Managed to create a lump of aluminium metal. Then gold. This I also knew.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it's like
But yeah. Find uses for it, and now aluminium is found in everything from spacecraft. So scientists, of course, just had to find uses for it. Why did they have to?
why?
If it's what?
What? This is.
I don't get this.
This is a problem. I mean, I kind of like that they put it in there because it has been a very transformational piece of metal that is underrated often, I would say.
Yeah.
It's in our technology, it's almost as important as steel or things
Or
like
plastic.
that. Or plastic. Well, plastics are, I would say, a bit more important.
Yeah, probably. No,
But how is it related to radio?
I have no
Wow, well,
idea.
I think hey, anybody that knows, let us know via YouTube or via the stream. I loved any theory. If it's a little bit better than the seaside resort theory.
What do you mean? I don't get it.
I mean, it
My
wasn't.
theory is like flawless.
It hasn't been disproven yet. That's
It
what-
hasn't been disproven.
And honestly, I cannot come up with a better theory
There you
myself.
No, but I don't know. Aluminium is so weird to be in there.
Yes. Well, let's see if we actually we've discovered a source of aluminium somewhere. Where is it? This is it? No, that's coal, of course.
coal.
Where? This is niter? Where is the alu? Oh, is it? No.
No, the gypsum,
gypsum.
No, it has to have the pipes, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. I was like,
Where is it?
wait, how we
It said that we. Yeah. Okay. Let's
wait. I don't know where it is.
move to the next one.
All right.
There are two here.
There are two here. Okay. They're actually not within our borders.
Like we have conquered half the world and we don't know aluminium.
I think
And
that
the next one.
I think actually they do that on purpose.
This one is the
Oh,
first
this one is the first one.
Which we
Okay,
still
let's
don't
see.
know where it is.
Yes.
Oh, these are the. Oh, there's. Yeah.
Okay. That sucks.
That sucks big time.
That sucks big time. Oh man. So where's this?
Just, I mean, come on. We just buy, and then.
Oh, it does. It's not part of Kumasi just yet.
No, it's not. So
Okay. Well, let's see if we can actually buy. Wait.
also got the.
Purchase it. Purchase that. I don't think it will allow us. I think
Why?
because this is the sort of the maximum reach.
All right. And then we can buy it with the other city. With Ray.
No, too far away.
Give it a check.
All right.
So we need to buy that one. There's Niter.
This will be an expensive proposition, but no, we're done.
We have a mountain. Okay.
We have a mountain. We now own a mountain. Da, 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 da. Best use of funds ever in civilization. All right. We are going to be choosing our research, though. We seem to be a little bit ahead. Whoop. We've progressed. We have, in fact, already progressed into the modern era. Wait. We still need to. Let's do military tech.
No. Go away.
All right.
Replaceable part. I mean, we have boosted everything.
Yes. We are in, as they say, a good spot.
Yeah. So I guess we do the replaceable parts.
No, we kind of need to own privateers somehow, but we're never ever going to be doing that.
Yeah.
I feel replaceable parts would be good.
Yeah. We get some upgrades. We get some soldiers. Get a new unit.
And a food market. That's always nice.
That's
You
always nice.
need some place to send the hipsters to.
Markets. Yeah. Yeah. Fair point. Fair.
All right.
Fair point is fair.
Let's all right. Can we maybe ask you dudes to sort of scoot on over here and then still fire? Well, let's see if that still works. Oh, you don't want to fire anymore now, do you? You really like? Oh no, they're being very annoying at us. They're like, no, we're done now for today.
are done.
We are done. But it's still won't fire from here over here, of course. All right, in that case.
Okay.
All right, now it can still shoot there. No, it cannot.
They
Of
can't
course.
move and shoot.
No, they can't move and shoot.
God damn it. Okay,
well,
these guys
whatever.
can shoot, right?
Yes, and these guys need to battle. I feel. Well, they can sort of hang out for one more turn.
Did they shoot already? No, right?
No.
Just have them shoot.
Yeah, okay.
Shoot it. Boom.
This is with these dudes taking a long time though.
Yeah.
Horatio, you can go to sleep, my friend. Sleep, my sweet Nelson.
Yeah. Just sleep.
Yes, alright. These dudes get to.
Skip.
Why don't you? Why don't
They can't.
Oh,
Just
they can't. They just can't. They just can't.
Yeah.
Alright.
The Aeroclad. Just to sleep.
Sleep. Oh, actually, no. Wait. It should have been on alert, but whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's a furnace. He can shoot?
Yeah.
No, he cannot shoot? Why?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But it's more, I was thinking of, we don't want to lose this dude because it's really one of our main men.
I don't think we can lose it.
Nah.
It's fine. Okay, next turn.
Next turn. What you were talking about that we did at Tipsy 2.
At Tipsy 2, yeah, we did a talk about, well, we had to replace our good friend Benjamin Ridgway because he couldn't make it, but you can see his presentation on our YouTube channel, which is great. But we got to present about Civilization 6. Yay! Civilization in general.
Yeah.
So we discussed 2 topics mainly. One was archaeology, the other one was wonders.
Hey,
Quite
this
interesting.
dude is
He's there.
has arrived.
Dude has arrived.
Dude has arrived. I also kind of like that settlers are now in camper vans. That
Yeah.
I think is a neat touch. So we
Just plunk it there.
not there here.
There.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know why he ended up coming here, but
I don't know, but this is like the best spot.
no,
Now he can't.
now he can't do anything.
Fucking...
I feel that this dude could maybe shoot again. Yes, because that's his special power now.
I think so, yeah. So, yeah, it was a very interesting talk. We got some nice feedback.
You will be able to see it as well as
Yes.
soon as we get our good friend Megalithic. By the way, since this week is
He's officially a doctor,
Dr. Megalithic.
which is great.
Yeah, for sure. So
He
as soon as he uploads his stuff,
Yeah.
all the stuff,
All the stuff,
all
all
the
the
stuff,
videos,
all the stuff, from
Because you can
Tipsy
actually watch the entire Tipsy 2, but you should particularly watch Civilization.
because great. We also talk about what we're doing right now.
Yeah, we also
Stream.
talked about the stream.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we should bring the Ironclad to fight that ship.
Nah, man. This
No?
is gonna hang out over here, and
Oh.
what is it gonna be doing?
I don't even know. Is a furnace? No.
Careful, man. Maybe
I mean,
it's
man.
maybe. I mean, it's not nice what he's doing, but it's also not the worst.
But it's not taking any damage, which is annoying.
It will take ages before we have that.
Yeah,
that
okay,
there.
true. Fair. Hey, our good friend and subscriber Garrett is here.
Hey!
You can also subscribe, by the way. You get a
Just throw your prime thingy to
We
us.
are Twitch affiliates, and you can subscribe on our channel.
Yes, we promise that we will do a lot of Civilization
Yeah.
once a week, or not even once a week. We'll try. We'll try.
We'll try. We have a lot of things to play now.
Yeah.
And but yeah, you can subscribe to our channel, and you get a fancy star and crown next to your name on our
Yes,
channel.
and we will also have to make a special emoji.
We are gonna make a special emoticon for the.
Hey, I feel that Nidaros is ripish
Yeah,
for the
but
picking.
get this furnace out of there now.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, we will. I think they're.
Boom.
I think. Oh wait, yeah. So we still need to get rid of. This dude gets. I don't think we have to get him out of there. Well, maybe we should.
Let's just make sure that he survives. One of our
But
oldest.
I think actually he's gonna be
Shot by the ship.
shot by the ship.
No, the ship is almost dead. Just put him there. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
No, this is not an artillery, so it doesn't shoot.
So we have to march this dude up in here because
he
otherwise
needs to
we
get
cannot
in the-
we cannot even take the city.
Yeah.
All right.
Huge production.
What were we doing in Corinth again? I feel
an arena.
you want to make an arena.
Yeah. No?
It provides one tourism.
Yeah. After advancing.
Yeah, so
to
right now
conservation,
it-
so it does.
Yeah.
Plus one amenity.
All right, I can see that.
Yeah.
But not a broadcast center.
I think it will take forever in Corinth. I think we need to make one in Pasargade or something.
We need more stuff like this.
Why?
I don't know. I like wonders, man. I normally build much more of them.
Okay.
Ah, wait.
Next production.
There he is. There is Pound City.
Yeah. Well, where is she?
Yeah, he's up there.
Oh yeah. He's finding it.
All right,
Bactri.
Bactri. I actually,
Look it up.
I feel like I know this particular. It's like it's still a modern day
It
city.
should be, I think so. But in India.
In India. Okay.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah.
While you're looking for Bactri, that's something that I've always enjoyed in Civilization, even from Civilization onwards. Is that they, well, Civilization on 1 didn't do that yet, but that they changed the architecture of it.
Yeah, that is nice.
It's very nice. So you start out with these old cities, and now they're these big cities, but still sort of the older buildings that you can still recognize, but lots of new stuff as well. So let's see. Pharsalos.
I'm not sure what Bactri is. There's Bakhtiari, which are Persians, a southwestern Iranian tribe. It's quite a long history, but I don't know how this is related to the Persian Empire.
Want to build Great Zimbabwe here?
Great Zimbabwe. In Pharsalos.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, sure. Can we build it somewhere? Yeah.
Yeah, we can build it
There.
I feel we should...
We lost a farm, but whatever.
Yeah, we should probably invest in some more farms around
Maybe.
Pharsalos. Or in fact, just in general, start...
Some more farms.
Yeah.
Agriculture.
You know what? Let's actually do what we say, and let's get ourselves some builders.
Mm-hmm.
Bakhtri.
Yeah.
Glorious city.
This will take forever.
Yeah, we're also going to be buying ourselves
Some stuff.
Yeah, that's also. Oh, he of course gets a builder.
It gets a builder, yeah.
Because there's a reason for this. I don't know.
I think we've researched that.
Yes,
We did something.
we did something, huh? So let's start with that.
He can build it.
Boom. Nice. You need an archaeologist around here too.
Yeah.
Talking about archaeology.
It's almost there.
Well, archaeology is already there.
Yeah, but
Cultural heritage is now there. There's something happening here with Catholicism somehow. Oh, that seems so nice, but no, thank
61 gold per turn for 30 turns.
He-
407. He's trying so hard.
He really
He goes all in, like, okay, have everything.
Maybe if you didn't look like a rabid dog, well, offering peace.
Yeah.
Maybe yes.
Yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You will give me your wealth? Do you have any idea what's going on?
Maybe if we allow you to marry me.
This is...
There goes the fair hair very soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Stumble upon your heritage.
Persian Empire makes history. I'm not entirely sure why we're making history.
So you don't stumble upon your heritage. It's there, just waiting to be explored and shared. That's
Who is Robbie Robertson?
I don't know.
He has a very nice alliteration in his name, but I honestly don't know who Robbie Robertson is.
Robbie Robertson. Canadian musician. Let's see. Heritage.
I think actually this is still the person.
I don't know. Oh, Music for the Native Americans is a 1994 album by Robbie Robertson, compiling music written by Robertson and other colleagues, billed as the Red Road Ensemble for the television documentary film The Native Americans.
So Robbie Robertson is in fact himself Native American.
This is unclear to me.
Well, what tribe is Robbie Robertson from is one of the bigger questions that is asked here, and
He's a Canadian musician, songwriter, film composer, producer, actor.
go to the answer to it on the Google.
Go to where?
Well, the next previous one. Oh no. So there's a question about Robbie Robertson and heritage. What tribe is he from? Mm-hmm. Because I wonder though if he is from a tribe, or if this is.
Jamie Royal Robbie Robertson is born in Toronto.
His mother is of
Mohawk descent.
So he's a Mohawk.
And raised in the Six Nation Reservation.
Interesting.
So he was raised in the Six Nations Reservation as well.
Interesting that they take this version, because it is a very particular view on heritage that you just don't stumble upon it, but that it's already there, waiting to be explored and shared as well.
Yeah.
Particularly that shared part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before we're going to be delving into heritage, which allows us heritage tourism, allows us the Sydney Opera House because heritage, and shipwreck. Let's first maybe have a look at our policies if we want to change anything.
Well, we got +2 era score.
Because our expression of cultural heritage will define humanity's future in the atomic era. What? Are we already in the atomic era? I don't know. I guess that this gives us
maybe the civics.
The civics means atomic. So right now we're Raj. This is really good. We don't really want to loyalty per turns.
This is really good because we're still fighting.
This is also pretty good.
Yeah.
But maybe there are other things that are...
I feel like we are just fine.
Let's see, natural philosophy. No, that's already... Triangular trade. That's pretty good as well.
Well, we get faith, which we don't really care about.
No, that's true. Wieselbanken to an ally city. No, that's fine. Traveling merchants. No. We don't really need it.
No,
we don't really need it. Alright, let's delve into heritage. Cultural heritage. We already did this before the stream because we were like, in fact, I would say that talking about cultural heritage is one of the harder things to do when it comes to our discipline. Sort of to have a debate about it where you all understand what you actually mean when you're talking about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why we thought, let's just look up what...
It's also, I mean, it's a very relevant discussion in the archaeological...
It is, in fact, also a very recent discussion still in many ways. So let's just see what civilization has to say about cultural heritage.
So, I mean, okay, this is a very big entry, and we are going to go more or less paragraph by paragraph because it's very interesting.
It is, I would say, relatively interesting.
And also that's why we're doing this kind of stuff, to check these things out.
So this is us geeking out for probably a couple of minutes about cultural heritage in civilization. Yeah. So even in a world concerned about the brotherhood of man, there was a burst of concern about their respective and distinctive cultural heritages from all sorts of people.
Yeah, what's the brotherhood of man?
This is, I mean, I guess it's sort of the League of Nations idea, and then United Nations. But I mean, who knows, really?
Who knows?
And
I
also,
don't know what the brotherhood of man is.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so if this was like not a bachelor student, because like, okay, you know, you're a bachelor student, you sort of have to get you up and running. But if this was a master student turning in an essay, I would be here like, what?
Yes.
What is this?
So, okay, let's assume that this... We don't know who writes the Civilopedia entries.
Not really.
We presume that it's some intern, most likely.
Somebody. I mean, in fact, some of the Civilopedias, of course, have been almost like... And I think that's one of the interesting things we should do, is look at Civilopedias and their evolution through time.
Yeah.
And see how topics in them change or how they overlap. We can definitely... It will require a bit of computational thinking there as well, but...
Yeah, but we can do it. In any case.
But this one is, I think, a cultural heritage is a new one, I think, for Civilization 6. And then... so we don't want to slack off any particular intern, but if you were... As an intern, you were my master student,
you wouldn't make it.
You would not. This would not be a good sentence. From all sorts of people.
Yeah.
Decolonization and immigration formed the background for contemporary concerns about where we came from. Is that like ironic, Marcus?
I don't know. Like what?
Or are we quoting somebody?
Came from? And also, why contemporary concerns? Before that, people were not concerned about this.
And also, why is decolonization and immigration really the background for those contemporary concerns? I would say that, in fact, as we've seen in civilization itself even, that colonization actually, they identify as the root of archaeology, and then archaeology is, of course, very much concerned with where we came from in general, or what happened to us at least. To redress perceived wrongs or celebrating what made a group unique, cultural heritage became a new hobby for millions in developed nations. So, yeah.
I don't know. Hey, Megalithic, you tuned in the best moment.
Oh yeah, man. This seems to have some relevance to your thesis as well. We're looking at cultural heritage in civilization.
So whether it was seeking to redress perceived...
Maybe we shouldn't laugh so much, because actually this is the new hobby. Cultural heritage as a hobby. It's actually part of Megalithic's thesis.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, but that said, I don't think that with that particular background...
Yeah, I mean, here it says to redress perceived wrongs. That means that they were not necessarily wrongs.
Yes.
So I presume, as that person does, that they mean something like colonization.
I guess so. And immigration is also a perceived wrong.
Perceived wrong.
Mm-hmm. And then
I'm going to be using air quotes because that person is also using
air quotes. So, cultural heritage, so not the real cultural heritage, but cultural heritage, became the new hobby for millions in the developed nations.
Yeah.
So there were lots of perceived wrongs and contemporary concerns about decolonization and immigration, and that's why only, of course, in the developed nations this became a hobby.
Yeah, exactly. Not in the colonized nations.
No.
Only in the developed nations.
Yes.
So, as it came to be understood, in the 2 decades following World War II, not coincidentally the era of the civil rights movement, the troubles in Northern Ireland, Native American equality and independence movements across Asia and Africa, some 36 new states achieved autonomy between 1945 and 1916. Cultural heritage implied a shared bond and belonging to some sort of community determined by ethnicity, location, religion, and or common beliefs. Put the fucking dot!
Somewhere! Where is the dot? Where is the dot in here?
There, it's there.
There is no dot in here,
no,
except here.
Yeah, it became both a political as well as a personal tool for identity.
I have to say though, I like the fact that it's always really good if there's a sentence where you both use thought marks and within the thought marks
parentheses and quotation marks.
And quotation marks, the whole deal, and plenty of commas. Actually, it's lovely. So we have thought marks, we have a comma opening over here, and then there's another comma opening later after thought marks, and then there's parentheses in there. It is a very multi-layered, and in that sense, so we can laugh, of course, if we want, but clearly the person who wrote this had a hard time trying to put this into any sort of semblance of text that was meant to be understood by people.
No, exactly.
Because, and I mean, there's things that they point to that, of course, are interesting in that they sort of come together, but civil rights movement, troubles, it's such all over the place. I mean,
it's very all over the place. Like, what do you...
Native American, also capital on the native here, of course.
Please.
Native American equality. What equality?
Yeah.
I'm not Native American, but I mean...
People do struggle today about, like, equality of First Nations people, and anyway.
Yes. And independence movements across Asia and Africa.
Okay, that's sort of a fair point.
Yes. This is the culture implied a shared bond. So it is... I guess all of it, it's sort of is talking about the fact that we are sharing something, and that's why we have this struggle with the outside.
Yeah.
It became both a political as well as personal tool of identity.
So does that mean that beforehand there wasn't, or?
Beforehand, apparently the past was not used in any way as a tool of either personal or political identity, which is of course clearly wrong.
Completely untrue, like, on every level.
On every level, because in fact, even if you don't want to trace it further, which I think you should, then of course with the rise of the nation state is when you can really see
at the very least
the past cultural heritage becoming this tool, in fact much more of a tool of political identity.
And that's not to start talking about like ancient civilization and their relation to their past and how they...
Which is clearly a tool at the very least of personal identity.
Yeah.
And maybe the idea of tool there is even wrong to begin with, but whatever. It is clearly something that would have mattered and that would have been actively called on and used and manipulated in the past as well as in the present.
Okay. Next paragraph.
The physical artifacts were the first items of cultural heritage to draw attention.
In general.
The paintings, drawings, mosaics, sculptures, photographs, literary works, buildings, monuments, and archaeological findings.
We recognized.
With a market for cultural heritage, both legitimate and black.
I thought...
Artifacts booming. Cultural heritage artifacts booming.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel that this part of it should have been probably be like with the market, both legitimate and black, I guess, for cultural heritage artifacts booming, comma, national and international cultural property laws which protect and regulate this were passed to. Okay.
It still has no dot.
There is a dot. Was a dot over here?
Yeah, but the next dot is like.
The next dot is over there. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. To regulate the disposition of cultural items were passed to protect those pieces. This is true. with special significance to a defined group. What?
Yeah.
What? In tandem, regulations evolved for repatriation of art and artifacts, usually looted or ancient, to the country of origin or former owners.
That's maybe that's part of it.
Yes.
But that's not like, what do you mean in tandem?
In tandem with these protections from the booming cultural heritage, legitimate and black artifacts. I don't know.
No, the market for cultural heritage artifacts has nothing to do with the regulations. On the contrary.
Of course, I think there are these things that definitely happened in the atomic era.
Yeah,
for example,
sure.
the instatement of, I even forgot the name of the treaty, but basically in the 1960s, the fact that you can now not travel with artifacts across borders without specific permission from that country that you're traveling from. These are, of course, things that were all put into place there.
Yeah.
Particularly.
For sure.
But not so much because of the market.
No. I mean, I agree that there was a boom of artifacts in the market, and that's true. Especially if you, like, to my knowledge from Greece, all the Cycladic figurines were mostly circulated in the 50s and the 60s. There was even price catalogs for whole, like for legs or for head or for whole figurines and everything. So this is not the thing. This part is not necessarily untrue. It's just phrased very weirdly, but it's not untrue. The market did boom at that point.
Yeah, and
but the first part, the physical. Let's forget about syntax and grammar here for a second.
Yes.
Physical artifacts were the first items of cultural heritage to draw attention. That, I would argue, is not necessarily true.
Well, I mean, you have to specify to draw attention from whom.
From whom and to what? Because history, the past, and especially literary works of the past, I would argue, are the first ones to draw attention to the physical artifacts afterwards.
Exactly. But also, this is not something that happened with cultural heritage.
No.
This is, in fact, very much part of archaeology. And archaeology is, of course, very much part of something that's already happening way in the past. However, of course, they want to offset it against this lovely thing.
So intangible heritage also became all the rage, encompassing a dizzying array of cultural traditions, music, dress, theatre, cuisine, celebrations and holidays, and holy processions. To recover this authenticity, the industry of cultural tourism has sprung up, taking people to cultural attractions far away to gather information and experiences to satisfy their cultural needs. ... Be this the reinforcement of one's own cultural identity or the observation of exotic others. In an age of globalization and social media, the mantra of cultural heritage provides the counterbalance. I am dizzied.
I am dizzied. We have a dizzying array of paragraphs here.
So, but Megalithic said it just looks as if someone with a sociological historical background tries to cramming 2 centuries of archaeological development in one text. And that he finds this whole text demeaning, which,
it is very much so. So it became all the rage, intangible heritage. It's like, nah. It is definitely something that has now become fashionable as something for people to point to.
Yeah.
But to study, which I think is its own discussion in its entirety. But of course, the fact that people have these customs, this dizzying array of cultural traditions.
Also, why are these intangible? Like cuisine is quite.
Cuisine is, of course, so it's not the food that you cook.
It's the idea.
Yeah, the idea around the food. I mean, all of this is, of course, stuff that was very much.
Yeah.
It is true that from a certain perspective, people first see the stuff. If they come from the outside, they first see the stuff, and then they see the traditions.
Yeah.
The stuff that comes with the stuff.
Yeah.
But,
for sure.
But of course, this is not from an internally lived perspective and experience of your heritage. This is not, in fact, in the Caribbean, heritage. If you talk to people, hey, what's your heritage? They will say carnival.
Yeah.
And it is not the carnival floats or whatever. No, it's in fact just mas, like having fun, dancing together, making costumes. It's that stuff. That's heritage.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's like certain modes of behavior that's heritage, like be respectful for your elders or something like that. It is not the stuff. Anyway.
But also, so I feel like this, especially this sentence, intangibly, the dizzying array of cultural traditions, is written, and I'm guessing here, I don't know the individual who wrote this piece, and if by chance that person gets to see this episode, just let us know.
We're not hating on you, but we're hating on your text.
Yeah.
but we're just wondering how this. We genuinely wondering how this text came to be.
And this particular sentence feels to me like someone is sort of fed up with all of this, like all these like people now having dreadlocks or like fucking yoga and whatever, they're doing all this weird stuff that are just heritage and authentic. That's what this text seems to me.
Yeah. And then to recover this authenticity, I don't know what authenticity, because the text
also
so far has not really
authenticity, not
authenticity.
Yeah.
The industry of cultural tourism has sprung up.
Which again, it's I guess the other way around. But anyway,
it's what way around is it even?
I
Cultural tourism was already very much a thing before
Very
cultural heritage became a scholarly thing.
And depending on what we mean cultural tourism, travelers of the 16th, 17th, 18th century were very much a thing. Like if you were a rich European, it is quite likely that you actually were also a traveler.
Yeah.
Because you had the money to afford it, of course.
Right. Taking people to cultural attractions far away to gather information, well, maybe.
Anyway.
Experiences for sure, to satisfy their cultural needs.
So apparently there is a need for culture, which there is probably, but what do you mean cultural needs in quotation marks, ...
So when they are visiting these faraway places, they either reinforce their own cultural identity, or they engage in the observation of exotic others, which I think is two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, it's also particularly problematic, to phrase it that way.
Yes.
Not necessarily untrue, by the way.
Not necessarily untrue.
But it's also problematic.
Yeah. In an age of globalization and social media, the mantra, whatever the mantra may be,
of cultural
heritage, I don't know, provides the counterbalance, which
doesn't make sense
at all, because there's such a thing as world heritage, right?
Yeah. Also, I mean, clearly this person understands cultural heritage as like the groups versus the globalized world.
Yeah.
While in many cases, cultural heritage tries to bring up the groups, not counterbalance it, but reinforce these ideas with cultural heritage. I don't know.
This individual, whoever wrote or in fact checked off on this piece of text.
Yeah, and the person who supervised it.
Yes.
Because clearly somebody signed that this is fine.
This is the singular most rotten piece of Civilopedia that I've ever read.
Yes.
It's not the worst essay on cultural heritage I've ever read.
No, I've read worse on cultural heritage. But this is pretty if you were in my classroom and you would hand this in, you probably would fail.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
With that said, now we can build the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
Because of course of all this intangible heritage that is now the Raj.
All the Raj.
We get heritage tourism, and all of a sudden we become familiar or aware of shipwrecks.
Yeah. Ships have been thinking for centuries. Now we realize. We realize that there are shipwrecks. I feel like shipwrecks should have been there, from the moment we have ships.
Exactly.
People can die.
Yeah. All right.
This took quite a while, but
Thank you for letting us rant for a bit.
But we had to do this.
Yes, we
had to do this.
All right. Let's
go.
Next. I guess that Reformed Church is not something we were ever going to be interfacing with. So oops. I guess
in the modern era.
I guess we Broadway Cristo. I like this one. So it's propaganda.
Plus, we don't have 3 corps in our military. Although we can make 3 corps if we want to.
Yeah, we probably could, but I mean.
Whatever.
Never mind. Let's just go for this one.
I will need mobilization to unlock capitalism, right?
We need both.
Yeah, we'll need
both. In fact, so that's why we actually
because
forged ahead.
We forced ourselves into the atomic era.
Yeah. Let's go for mass media.
Mass media.
Alright.
This was a good run.
Yeah. Choose production in Starpsborg.
Now that we've provided a bit of actual content, let's play some game.
Let's play some game, exactly. Blank, whatever. This is.
Oh, envoys.
Yes, envoy.
3 envoys, in fact.
Yes. Because of cultural heritage.
Because of cultural heritage, yeah. Okay, where are we? In
Suzerain right now, none for candy. I think we were
trying. I think
we were trying to go for non-Madol.
And Hattusa. We can put.
Hattusa first?
I think so, because we need one. It's at 8, and we need. Yeah, we can get it to 9.
No, but now it is already.
I know. If we get it to 9, we'll become suzerain. I think.
Yes.
Right? But if we put it on 8, then
it's now on 7.
Yeah, now it's on 7. We need to get it to 9 because it has 8 envoys from someone else, I guess.
I guess it has. But...
Oh. And then our next project we stock. We still have one more envoy.
Alright, now we are in fact the suzerain. So then I guess we're gonna.
Let's scroll down.
Stockholm never gonna happen.
Might happen. I guess it's the. Let's put on non-Mandol, and then we're at 10. And then we need 2 more eventually.
Yeah, at some point.
Okay.
Alright, we'll see. We have a lot of stuff here. Hattusa has declared war on Hatay, of course.
Yeah, of course.
They didn't perform the ranged attack. For some reason, they desperately didn't want to survive or something. I don't know. Why? Hey, at least we have a new shipwreck to buy on. But in fact, we do not, because here it is. Now we're not generating new shipwrecks anymore.
No, not yet. No, actually, no, we're not.
Because this is a place where, in fact, there was a ship.
Yeah.
Sent to the bottom, but here now somehow there's not a shipwreck.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. No. Never mind, game. I understand.
Yeah.
All right. I guess
so
that
we shoot.
We shoot exactly. We shoot. Boom.
I think that should take it down.
I think that should take it down. Yes, for sure.
That should take it down, and then we get in there.
All right. Sorry, Chilla.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. They shouldn't have taunted us.
So I will join the Anchors in Valhalla and feast while you toil away here. Yeah, well, go to Valhalla.
Hey, man.
Just go to Valhalla.
Well, I wish I could join him now. He still is like looking like a rabid dog.
Didn't he take off his helmet?
I thought that was moving.
It was a bit moving.
It was a bit moving.
He
was like
a bit sad.
Okay, man.
Okay, well.
I guess that means that was also right away his last city.
Yeah.
Bye!
Norway will not stand the test of time. I have a score.
Yes! We kill people! We get our score!
Nice.
I feel that it's...
But why did we get the same thing anyway? I guess this is always the same image because we got the same for Greece, I think.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's connected with the fall of Rome. It looks like, from the...
It's the fall of the classical age.
Yeah.
So that this civilization has fallen. Basically, it's now unrecognizable, whatever. Yeah. The persona of it is now unrecognizable.
Yeah. It's a good allegory.
Yeah, for sure. It's once again very much focused on classical understanding of what collapse means. But okay. We've talked at length about that.
We did.
Yes.
We did. News, keep sitting.
Yes, of course, we're going to keep the city. Keep the city for rock. I don't know, that doesn't really work. Rock and roll. Choose production. We're going to repair some stuff here.
Yeah.
Alright. Capital captured. Defeated. Increased trade route capacity for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because we've gotten a harbor and probably something else.
Exactly.
In that case, we should probably get ourselves some traders.
Probably.
In fact, let's just do that right now. Trader. Boom. You trader. Haha. Boom. For some reason, we can still build heavy chariots. I don't know why. World's first civic of new area. Final foreign city taken. Okay, these are this. Okay, yes. Okay. Resource discovered.
Shipwreck.
Okay.
Several shipwrecks, of course.
These were Greek wrecks.
Yeah.
And that's a Viking wreck, I feel.
Probably.
Okay.
We can send an archaeologist there.
At some point, yeah. We don't.
We need more housing.
We don't really have. Of course, we need more housing. Hakmatana. Well, probably we actually should. I feel what we should try and big these places up a bit more.
Yeah, we should.
That's well, we have to keep above
5,000.
Although we never.
No, we don't need it anymore. We had done this because we were waiting to double up, but now we have double up, right?
No, man. Still 23 turns
Oh,
before we double up.
Oh shit.
There's Mardoni.